everyone, welcome back. We're diving into something pretty fascinating today, KidsHeart Medical Center.
hmm
And, I'm excited about this one because we've got a medical facility here in the UAE that,
Yeah.
a lot of people, I think, when they hear the name KidsHeart, they think
Right. Just kids.
pediatrics. Yeah, exactly. Just for the little ones. But what's really cool about KidsHeart is it
It's
actually,
much more than that.
yeah, it offers a whole range of services for both children and the adults.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And we're not just talking cardiology, we're talking neurology, obstetrics,
It's a pretty impressive list, actually.
yeah, even psychiatry, and therapy services.
Yeah, a real holistic approach.
So definitely a multi-specialty kind of approach going on here.
Absolutely.
And and I think that's one of the things that makes them so unique.
Yeah, it really sets them apart, doesn't it?
Kids Heart was founded in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the really interesting part. They were the first licensed pediatric subspecialty group in Dubai Healthcare City, which I think, when you think about that being the first,
Yeah, you're setting a precedent.
it must have had a huge GE impact on the development of specialized pediatric care in the region,
You're absolutely right.
because you're kind of setting the standard.
Yeah, they're the trailblazer, right. You're
Yeah.
attracting the top talent. You're shaping how things are done.
Totally. And their mission statement, I think, really reflects that commitment to raising the bar.
It does, yeah. They talk about actively improving patient health, not just managing existing conditions,
I love that.
which is a subtle but important difference, don't you think?
It is. So, okay, let's dive into the services they actually offer.
Yeah.
We've got, as I mentioned, pediatric and adult cardiology, neurology, obstetrics,
Mm-hmm.
gynecology.
Don't forget they also have neurodevelopmental pediatrics,
Right.
psychiatry and psychology,
Yeah.
occupational therapy, speech therapy, and even ABA therapy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. ABA therapy. Now, for our listeners who might not be familiar,
Big point.
ABA therapy stands for Applied Behavior Analysis.
It's ACTS.
And that's actually often used for children with autism spectrum disorder.
That's right. So you can see how they're really catering to a wide range of needs, especially for children.
It really is a very holistic picture, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Addressing both physical and mental well-being all in one place.
Yeah, it's that integrated approach we're seeing more and more in healthcare.
Yeah,
Recognizing that mind and body are completely interconnected,
totally, totally.
You can't treat one without considering the other.
Okay, so now something else that really stood out to me
Okay.
is their emphasis on using state-of-the-art technology
Oh, absolutely.
and really adhering to international standards of care.
Right. Specifically those set by the American Heart Association and the American Academy of Pediatrics,
Yes,
which is really important,
absolutely.
For a facility like this, it's crucial to have that commitment to quality and transparency
Yeah,
and to make sure you're staying ahead of the curve when it comes to best practices.
makes sense. Because especially if you're thinking about patients who might be seeking care abroad.
Right, exactly. They want that reassurance, right?
Yeah, and it's almost like a stamp of approval.
It is like, hey, you can trust us to deliver the same level of care you'd expect anywhere in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of those international connections, they have a collaboration with New York Presbyterian Hospital
Yeah.
and Columbia University Medical Center, which is pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just a name on a website.
No, it's a real partnership with tangible benefits.
Right.
Think about it. Knowledge transfer, access to the latest research,
Yeah.
potentially even training opportunities for their doctors.
So it's huge GE.
Yeah.
So that kind of collaboration,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really has the potential to elevate the standard of care within Kids Heart, but there's also within the region, right?
Absolutely. It's like having a direct line to some of the best minds in the field.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so we've talked about the range of services. We've talked about their commitment to standards. What about accessibility?
Good question.
They actually have multiple locations across the UAE. They've got one in Abu Dhabi, one in Dubai, and one in Al Ain.
And that's such an important point, that strategic spread.
Oh, definitely.
It ensures that more people, not just those in major cities, have access to these specialized services.
Yeah, exactly.
Think about it. A family in Al Ain, before KidsHeart opened a branch there,
Yeah.
they might have had to travel for hours to get specialized pediatric care for their child.
Oh, that's right.
And now it's right there on their doorstep.
Makes a huge difference.
It does. This kind of accessibility can be totally transformative, right?
Yeah.
It can lead to earlier diagnoses, better outcomes.
Right, because it's not just about, having this fancy equipment and these international collaborations.
Yeah.
It's about actually making that quality healthcare accessible.
Accessible to the people who need it.
Yeah, to a wider population.
Precisely. That's what really matters at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And one final detail I wanted to point out
Sure.
is that the center is run by American and UK board-certified doctors.
That's right, and that's another layer of reassurance for patients,
Really?
knowing that they're in the hands of experienced professionals
Yeah.
who have met these very rigorous international standards.
So bringing it all together, I mean, Kids Heart is obviously more than just
More than just a heart hospital.
a heart hospital.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really a place where patients of all ages
That's right.
can find, I would say, very comprehensive care,
Uh-huh.
from cardiology to mental health, all under one roof.
They've got the technology, the standards, the commitment to their patients' well-being.
Exactly. And it kind of makes you think,
It does.
with this focus on the whole person, this integrated approach.
Mm.
How might Kids Heart's approach influence the future of healthcare in the region?
It's an exciting prospect, isn't it?
It is. Maybe even globally, right? Who knows?
Yeah, it's a model that others might want to emulate,
Yeah. It'll be fascinating to see how it evolves.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us on this deep dive into KidsHeart Medical Center.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been great.
Really fascinating.
Really fascinating stuff.
Yeah, I've learned a lot.
Me too, me too. And we'll see you all next time
See you then.
for another deep dive.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.